Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I appreciate that you have both of these bills before the committee. I am a proud co-sponsor, the lead Republican on these, and share certainly the comments that so many have made here today about the significance, the real urgency as we work to ensure that our native languages, our cultural heritage languages, are not only preserved, but that they are living. We're not locking them up. We are allowing our children to be immersed in the language of their culture, the language of their heritage, develop pride in that and pride in who they are. And so as we work to help foster these initiatives, know that I am committed to making it happen. Commissioner Sparks, you mentioned the Esther Martinez grants, and it's my understanding from data from HHS that we have no Esther Martinez grants in the state, yet as you know, we have a great amount of language preservation and education work that's going on within our regions. I'm going to be asking our Native educators, our school districts, our tribal organizations, what barriers they are experiencing in trying to access these very important grants. You've mentioned the issue just of the small numbers that we have in some of our villages. That is true. But we have many other areas where, of course, we have significant numbers of students within our schools, whether it's in the immersion school there out in Bethel. So that the number ought not be the barrier. So I'm going to try to drill down with this. I would ask that you as well work with us to see where we are putting these barriers up. Mr. Mendoza. Well, I didn't hear your oral testimony here today. I did read your statement. I've got perhaps more of a statement than a question today. Your testimony really provides the whole array of federal efforts on Native education, but I think there's a big picture that is missing from at least your written testimony. If I may be so bold as to offer some guidance here, I think that the White House initiative on Indian and Alaska Native education has to aggressively demonstrate the nexus between Native language revitalization from within our schools and increased academic achievement and the well-being among our Native youth. What I would have liked to have seen from your testimony is the strong reference to the very tremendous body of research that exists, whether it's drawing from the experience of the Maori in New Zealand, to our own language revitalization efforts that we have in Alaska, to what we will hear from our Native Hawaiian witness. In my mind, language immersion, culturally relevant curriculum, and place-based education are among the most important solutions to addressing low achievement and poor educational outcomes to many of our Native youth. Those responsible for improving the educational outcomes of our Native students, I think, have to understand and really take action, knowing the moral gravity of inaction is another generation that we would have yet failed. So I think we have clear opportunity here, and I really would encourage the White House through this initiative to look to help states, educate school boards and those within the administration regarding this very, very relevant and important link between our Native language revitalization, our culturally relevant curriculum, and increased academic achievement. So hopefully what you're gaining from this hearing this afternoon is that urgency that Senator Heitkamp has mentioned, and I certainly share in that. Comment if you are inclined, but I would hope that you would take that back with you.
Thank you, Senator. And you missed it, Senator Murkowski. My oral statement was tremendously inspiring. I think.
There you
go. But on a serious note, I just want to thank you for your conviction and that call for action around this. That is certainly felt and understood and at the forefront of the initiative's work, and we're trying to approach this issue in as systemic of a way as we can, knowing that there are lots of moving parts to this work, lots of areas of the country that are just not having the opportunity to leverage what opportunities we do have in front of us. And so we know there's a shared responsibility in this work because it has an added value to the nation as a whole, to have this rich diversity within us and who we are as a country. And this really comes back to a statement made in my recent visit to North Dakota, where this is not an issue of knowing a language to get into college, or knowing a language to expand your worldview or enhance your skill set as an individual. It's about life and death. That's exactly how it was expressed to us. Our elders are dying, and our children are killing themselves, and we have to have this as a foundation to addressing these other critical issues in regards to who we are. So I just heed that call to action from you, and hope that we can continue to work together. That's the commitment that we're here to express, to continue to look at these issues with you all, and to act on them for the future of our youth.
Okay,